wonderful. I am doing fine. I just wanted to say to you, though, congratulations on everything with the show.
Thank you.
The Listerine thing, congratulations.
Thank you very much. That was fun.
The Tickle Me Elmo. I gotta tell you, my last film didn't do really well. Baps, Hallie was on the show, doing the show.
Yeah.
And I kind of look at you like the daytime Godfather because of Listerine and everything. And I said I should have came on the show because maybe you could have talked to the critics and stuff. So I felt like it was a scene out of The Godfather, like, I need to talk to you, Godmother. I need to talk to you. The critics are killing my film.
Listen. Who are the critics? Who are you talking? Laurel and Hardy? I mean, Ebert and Siskel? Yeah. You should have come to me. If you would have come to me, then they would have Here, I want you to take this Listerine with you. Take this Tickle Me Elmo. They will fear you. They will fear you.
So congratulations
Well, thank
on
you
everything.
very much.
Thank you.
It's been a very good year for me. I'm a very big fan of yours. I loved Hollywood Shuffle. I loved the 5 Heartbeats.
Oh, thank you.
Really,
Thank you.
and the story of how you had that made, everyone knows it, but what a wonderfully courageous thing that was.
At the time, I wasn't really thinking courageous. I did that first film with credit cards. It was just
Right.
like, I ran out of money, had no money, and I just decided just to do it, and I think that's what it takes sometimes, just to go forward. And Hollywood Shuffle led to other things. Now I'm doing The Parenthood, and the show is going into its 4th season, so I'm really excited about that.
Very successful. Most successful show on the WB. You having a good time doing that?
I'm having a good time.
Because you also executive produced that show.
I executive produced the show. The clip that you just saw there, in 2 weeks, guest starring on the show is Nancy Wilson, the legendary singer, so she's going to be playing my wife's mother on the show, and it's a special episode because she's graduating from law school finally on the show, and we deal with the issues of her being a parent as well as graduating from law school. And so the show is doing really well. The hardest thing for me right now is my kids, because I don't want my kids in real life, I got 3 girls, I don't want them to be spoiled. And what happens is they're getting spoiled right now. Like the first time a limo came up to the house, the limo had candy inside, and so they were all happy. It was like, wow, this is great, you got candy. And then the next limo came and it didn't have candy. And they were like, we don't want to get in.
Yeah.
It doesn't have candy. It's not a good limo. It doesn't have candy. And the thing for me was that I always hoped that my children, because I grew up poor, west side of Chicago. My mother raised 4 kids on her own, and I wanted my kids to have the same values, to work hard. And I just hoped, I hope one day they're not going to be like spoiled rich kids, like,
Yeah.
Father, tell us about the ghetto, Father. What was the ghetto really like, Father? Did you eat the government cheese, Father? Father, were there gangbangers, Father?
Well, it's odd, isn't it, to have such a different reality in your childhood than your own child's? Because I find that as well. It's very strange when I think my baby has had all these experiences that were never part of my reality as a kid.
Well, see, when I was a kid, I got to tell you, I was a TV baby. I grew up, we lived in a 1-room house. My mother raised 4 kids on her own. My father, he passed on to another family. And so what kept us company, my mother worked at the post office, and what kept us company was the television.
Same with me.
I would, but I found that, like, my brothers and sisters, we would fight over the television, and what I would do was that my only room in the house to play in was the toilet, the bathroom. So I would be in the bathroom.
You could be alone,
I could be alone,
right.
Well, yeah, I could be alone, but everybody was like, we want to get in, we want to get in. So in the bathroom, I discovered at a young age, my middle name was TV Guy when I was a kid, because I watched everything on television, and any show on TV, if they said, man, what happened on Alfred Hitchcock last night, I could do the voice. They found the body in the alleyway. He was murdered. They say, what happened on I Spy? And I go like, well, Cosby said, Lieutenant, we go find the body. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, who was on Ed Sullivan? And I said, well, we've got Topo Gibio right coming out. So I used to do all these voices, and my mother didn't know what I was doing in the bathroom, and she thought I was crazy. So she says, Robert, he's the crazy one. He's in the bathroom again for about 3 hours. Listen. And all she heard was, I found the body in the alleyway.
Well, it definitely came in handy for you in your career.
Well, the thing is that I think,
Hold it right there. I'm rudely going to take a break.
Okay.
And then we're going to get back with Robert Townsend right after this commercial. Sorry about that. Robert Townsend, star of The Parenthood on the WB. Check it out. I interrupted you. So I said it came in handy, your impressions.
No, because that's when I first started out, I did a lot of impressions in my act, and then I started to get, other characters that I created, and then, that's how I started. And now, my kids, we do talent shows at home.
Oh,
you
really?
know, and so we'll do, and I'll put like 6 CDs on the player, and we'll listen to like from The Wiz to The Wizard of Oz to Beauty and the Beast to Space Jam. And what's funny is that, you know, because it has this thing, it's called
Shuffle.
It's shuffle. And what happens is you never know what song is going to come on next.
Right.
And my youngest, Skylar, is like the ham of hams. So anytime Sierra's up dancing, Skylar will jump in because that's my song, you know, I believe I can fly. And then she gets
How old
into her
is
whole
she,
thing.
the baby?
Skylar is 3.
She's 3.
She's 3 going on 15.
Yeah.
He's got 2 boyfriends in school already. And
At 3.
at 3, you know, she goes, Kevin and Robert, they're my boyfriends.
At least she knows. My niece is in kindergarten and one little kid keeps giving her money. My sister said she comes home with a $5 bill, you know? And one little boy just keeps giving her money. What is that? Kindergarten, that frightens me a little bit. Now, you mentioned The Wiz. I'm flipping your mic, hope you don't mind.
Thank you.
You mentioned The Wiz. Are you a big musical theater fan?
I love musical theater.
Did you ever do any?
You know, I never, I auditioned for a ton of Broadway shows, and it was like, one of the reasons I went to California is because they would always go for a celebrity that was on television.
Right.
And so I was just like an actor hungry in New York, you know, and could sing and do the whole thing. But I never did a Broadway show. I always want, I mean, tonight, I'm going to see Broadway shows while I'm here in town.
Yeah, what are you going to see?
I am going to see, let me see,
Titanic?
Not Titanic, the Willem Dafoe show that he's in right now, The Hairy Ape.
Yes.
I'm going to see The Hairy Ape. I'm going to see The Life, because Lillias White is a friend of mine.
Yes, Once on This Island she was in, and
Yes.
she was amazing. I hear she's going to get a Tony Award. That's the rumor.
Really?
That's what they
Well, I'm
hear.
going to see the show, and then tonight I'm going to see Cyrus Chestnut, the jazz pianist. He's incredible, brilliant, so.
Well, would you like to sing a little here on my show since you never got to do one on Broadway?
I wouldn't. Can we?
Yep. It's my show. I can sing if I want to. Go.
From The Wiz.
Robert Townsend.
This is the lion. Roar! I do
Go
some-
ahead. Go.
roar!
Stand up. Go for it. Go.
And you're Dorothy. You're Dorothy.
Oh, I'll try.
You're standing again tall. You're the bravest of them all. If on courage I must call, then I'll keep on
Trying
and trying.
and trying.
You're a lion.
Yes, you're a lion. Wrong.
In my own way.
Take the big finish.
Be a lion.
That was great. Love that show.
I started off a little weak.
That's all right. I never know my key.
Oh, okay, but
We
boy,
know.
that Grease background comes in handy.
Heard that CD a few times, Mr. Townsend. Come on in. He's on down the road. We
You
gotta
know-
say goodbye, but we'll sing on the way out.
Okay, okay.
Watch the show on the WB, The Parenthood, okay?
Okay.
Take Ease on down the road. We'll be back after this.
Come around the desk, we gotta ease on down the road.
Come on.